Hey, shalom, shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honor, salutations, and blessings to the men that are preaching the gospel of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, in all sincerity, diligence, and truth. And peace, grace, and blessings be upon the house of David, which is the elect men, women, and children. So just a quick news update. Just seen this from disclosed.tv. It says China's cyber army is invading critical U.S. services, including the power grid, ports, pipelines, water utilities. All right. And this is coming from Fox News. And, they starting with the FBI director and, multiple different agencies and governmental officials have been suggesting that there could potentially be some type of catastrophic event here in the soils of United States, which we know is Babylon the Great. Okay, and as we always warn that these things are not only prophesied, but we also know that Esau Edom uses these type of events to push his agendas, his different agendas forward. All right, order out of chaos, problem, reaction, solution. So we're not ignorant, as the scripture says, of Satan's devices. We're not ignorant of his schemes, of his plans, of the things that he does in order to try to manipulate and coerce the population into a particular path that he wants the world to go on, which ultimately, according to prophecy, that path is the MOTB, right? Causing all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive that charagma, right? Now, and as I always say, these type of events, China potentially having a cyber army to invade U.S. Critical services, it could very well be something that is organic, right? It could very well be that China is doing that because they are about to enter into a war with America. As we know that these various different superpower nations are all going to eventually fight against Babylon the Great. All right, and you're going to have obviously some of Babylon the Great's America's allies fight on their side. However, we can't be ignorant of the fact that Esau likes to use falsehoods and lies, blaming certain other countries or certain organizations as the boogeyman, so that they could use them as a scapegoat to when these type of events do happen. When in reality, it is Esau all along behind the scene that's causing these things. Okay, but I'm just going to play this clip. Like I said, it's not going to be something too long. I just came across it and I just want to share it with the sheep so that you can be made aware, because it's all about knowledge, right? It's all about not being ignorant, being sober-minded, and being a child of the day, right? And when you're children of the day, you are, you're watching, right? You're aware of the times. You see what's going on, and ultimately, as Yahweh Shai said, that so that day does not come upon you unawares, and you get caught within the snare and the trap that majority of the world is going to fall into, because the majority of the world is overcharged with the affairs of this life, right? With the banqueting, the surfeiting, the drunkenness, all right, the cares of this world. So they're not paying attention to what is actually happening all around them, which is going to usher in a time like never before. It's going to usher in the hour of temptation, and the ones who are not, first and foremost, spiritually prepared, are going to get caught up in it. Okay, then you have the ones who may be physically prepared, but they're not of the elect. They, as it says in Jeremiah, such as us, as for death to death, such as ours for the sword to the sword. Okay, such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity. The only ones who will be able to make it out of this is the ones who have repented, to Yahweh through Yahweh Shai, all right, and the ones who are walking a godly life to the best of their ability in the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, so let's
Post reveals hackers affiliated with China's People's Liberation Army have infiltrated critical services here in the U.S.
Alexandra Hoff joins us now from our nation's capital. Alex, this is not good.
No, it's not. I mean, this infiltration appears to be part of a broader effort to insert chaos into our logistical systems. The information collected could then be weaponized if the U.S. and China were to become engaged directly in the Pacific. According to reporting from the Washington Post citing multiple U.S. and industry security officials, China's cyber army is invading critical U.S. services, like an attempt to break into the system behind Texas's independent power grid. Other victims include a water utility in Hawaii, a West Coast port, and at least one oil and gas pipeline, according to that report you're seeing there. Brandon Wells, executive director of the Department of Homeland Security's cybersecurity agency, told the Washington Post this, quote, "It is very clear that Chinese attempts to compromise critical infrastructure are in part to pre-position themselves to be able to disrupt or destroy that critical infrastructure in the event of a conflict, to either prevent the United States from being able to project power into Asia or to cause societal chaos inside the United States to affect our decision-making around a crisis." The report notes that over the past year, hackers affiliated with the People's Liberation Army in China have accessed the computer systems of about 24 critical entities.
Right. And, there's been a lot of information coming out that that whole border crisis, all right, all those migrants that is coming across the southern border are not just people from Central and South America. All right. It's been spotted that there's been a lot of so-called Chinese immigrants that have been coming across the United States border and the southern border, right? And a lot of those immigrants could very well be sleeper cells that are here, right? And not only just so-called Chinese, but you also have the Arabs. They've been warning about the potential of the HAMAS sleeper cells that may be here in Babylon the Great. They also have been warning, and also actually has happened within the last couple years, that you have had Russian hackers commit cyber attacks against different U.S. Critical infrastructures. So, hey, when the scripture talks about this place being the place of unwalled villages, which represents, I know it's in unwalled. I know it's in Ezekiel 37 chapter, but I just wanted to do it this way. 38th chapter, Slakia. Ezekiel 38 verse 11, it says, "And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages, and I will go to them that are at rest and dwell safely." See, because that's the mindset of America, right? And the Americans, they believe that they're untouchable. They believe that no country would dare to try to impose on their liberty and their way of living. While all the while, it's been clearly seen that these countries, as the Lord has put it into their minds, it says what? Let the weak say I am strong, right? And they all have this thoughts, right? This evil thought toward Babylon the Great because of its ill dealings, its unrighteous dealings that it imposes throughout the world, right? As it says in Isaiah the 14th chapter, he who smote the people with a continual stroke. You see, Babylon is going to reap exactly what it have sown, as it is written, give unto her double, all right? in the cup that she has filled unto her double. You see? So, this is something, like I said, to be very watchful about. All right, knowing the times that we're in, knowing the climate, right, that we are currently in, which is the time of judgment, the time that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai said that he is going to visit the earth which he made. All right, and the fact that there are these type of events taking place are key indicators that at any point in time, any moment in time, right, all hell can break loose. Once again, they said that this month The FBI director said earlier this month rather, that this is the highest time where there's a bunch of red flickering lights all over. Okay. And that there is a heightened potential level of a domestic T, right, that can happen here in the soils of America. But then now you also got to worry about these type of cyber events. And I've always said, because you had Klaus Schwab say a couple years ago that the next the next EMIC would be a cyber EMIC, and it will make the CV-19 look like a small blimp, right? As you know, a small blimp on the radar concerning the disruption that the cyber attack event may cause. Okay, so this is once again something to be watchful about. Let me pull up the scripture in the book of 1 Peter 4, verse 7. It says, "But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer." All right. Be therefore sober, meaning serious minded, and watch unto prayer. All right. Don't be entangled with the affairs of this life. Don't be, caught off guard, because the ones who are going to be caught off guard, they're the ones that's going to be snared, be trapped, get caught. As Yahweh Shai said, blessed is he that keepeth his garments, lest he be found naked and become ashamed. Roughly paraphrasing. And the shame, and if you are ashamed in that day, that shame isn't just like, oh, you're just embarrassed. No, that shame is could be deadly, right? Catastrophic. It could be you watching your family die. All right, you being put in a position to where you can't survive. Okay, and the only way that we are going to be able to survive is if Yahweh Bashim Yahushai delivers us. That's why 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, Ezra said, "What? Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days?" All right, so like I said, I didn't want to make it too long. Just wanted to bring this out. Lord willing, it's edifying unto the elect. Till next time, shalom.